Hello everyone, good evening and happy Taco Tuesday. So in this video I'm going to be reflecting on my own understanding of the eligibility process for special education services, the differences between an IEP and a 504 plan, and I'll also share a bit about my own experience working with students who have an IEP. So let's start with eligibility. Under IDEA regulations, students can qualify for special education under 13 different categories. These categories include areas like autism, specific learning disabilities, speech and language impairment, hearing impairment, emotional disturbances, and several others. What's really important though is just to remember that just having a disability doesn't automatically mean a student qualifies for special education services. And the process to begin is what's called a three-pronged test. So first, a student must have a qualifying disability from one of those 13 categories. Second, there has to be evidence of a discrepancy between the student's cognitive ability and their actual academic achievement. Third, the student must need specialized instruction in order to gain access to general education curriculum and make meaningful progress and be successful. If a student doesn't meet all three of these criteria, IEP's team might determine that the student instead qualifies for accommodations through a 504 plan under the ADA, American with Disabilities Act. This leads me to the key differences between an IEP and a 504 plan. Well, with both of them being designed to support students with disabilities, but they do have different purposes. So an IEP falls under IDEA and provides specialized instruction. It's more intensive and individualized to the student. It will include specific goals, progress monitoring, and related services like speech or occupational therapy. Whereas a 504 plan, on the other hand, is part of ADA, as I mentioned before, and focuses more on providing accommodations in the classroom rather than specialized instruction. So for example, a student with a 504 plan might get some extra time on a test or preferential seating so they can be closer to the board or hear the teacher better, see the board better, those sort of things. But they would not receive direct special education service. In my personal experience working as an instructional tutor, LHPH, learning handicapped, physically handicapped, at the high school level, I primarily support students who have IEPs, and I collaborate closely with classroom teachers and special education staff to help these students meet their goals and stay engaged in the classroom and the general ed setting. Even though I don't necessarily work directly with or manage 504 plans, I still make sure to be fully inclusive and aware of those students' needs as well. Because accommodations and accessibility benefit all of our learners, not just those who are formally identified under IDEA. One thing I've learned through this experience is how powerful collaboration and understanding really can be. The eligibility and IEP processes can sometimes feel daunting and overwhelming for families. So when teachers and staff and admin take the time to explain and support and advocate for the student and the family, it makes a really big world of difference in the situation and encourages the student's confidence and growth, and the family as well, because they're able to better support their student in the process. So overall, both IEPs and 504 plans are vital tools to ensure that every student has equitable access to education in the public setting. And it's just about knowing which support best fits each individual student's needs. So thanks for listening to me, you guys. I look forward to your feedback and also look forward to listening and watching your guys' posts as well. Have a great night. Thanks again.